Usually when I talk about topics like these, I'm going through it myself. I work a 9 to 5 job, 45 hours a week, and I'm in sales. We all know with the sales role, there comes a lot of stress. There needs to be results coming in, and there's high demand in sales. And personally in my life right now, I'm going through stress all the time. I'm under stress as we speak. It honestly feels like my temples and my head is going to explode sometimes. I don't know how you guys have dealt with your stress or if you're going through stress now, but I want to talk about some verses that God showed me on how to handle our stress in our lives. The first one being Isaiah 26:3. God says, "Thou wilt keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on thee, because he trusteth in thee." Guys, we have to remember that we have a God who is the God of peace. Now, if he's the God of peace, if our mind is stayed on God, on his word, then we will have peace. One thing I struggle with is the fact that my mind is not always on God. My mind is on how big my problems are. My mind is on how I'm going to get out of this situation or how I'm going to make a sale today. It's hard because the problem feels so real to me that I need to fix it myself. I need to take care of it myself. I need to figure out a way how I'm going to do this. But you see, there's like, it's always about me, I. It's never about God. We need to make it about God because he is the God of peace. He's asking us to give him our mind so he can give us rest within our mental. He wants to grant us that peace, but how is he going to do that for us when our mind is not on him? Our minds are not sober. They're not ungodly things, the things that are above. So that's one way I've been trying to handle my stress is by giving God my mind and allowing his peace to rest in me. Another verse is Philippians 4:6. Now this one is the most notable verse because it says to be careful or to be anxious for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God. God is telling us not to be anxious. And what I found there, especially in times of hardship in my role as a salesman, is by praying and giving thanks to God. You guys won't believe the amount of peace you can get, the amount of stress relief you can get by thanking God for the things in your life that are happening, that have happened. By thanking God is praising him, is worshiping him in all his goodness. And if we're praising him and worshiping him in all his goodness, then we will feel that goodness as well. We will have that peace because we're reminding ourselves of all the great things, all the good things God has done for us in our lives by thanking him, by praying to him, by letting him know what is on our heart, by letting him know what's on our mind, because God wants to hear it, because God already knows exactly what we're stressed about, exactly what we're worried about, exactly what we're doubting about. And he's calling us to come to him in prayer, to come to him in supplication and thanksgiving, gratification for God. And it's not always about what we can get for God. Most of the time, and usually all the time, it's about how we can give to God. And with anything in our lives, God is saying to not be anxious, to not be afraid. Be afraid for nothing. Be stressed for nothing. God is saying, I will take care of it. I will fight for you. I will be there when you need me most. Lastly, this is one of the verses that I always refer to because it's a reminder of who God is. God says in Romans 8:28, and all things happen for good to them that love God, to them who are the called according to his purpose. What I like so much about that verse is that even in my daily 9 to 5, even when I haven't hit my sales metrics, I haven't performed the best within that month, and I'm feeling the weight of the world on me that I need to perform better, I'm reminded that God is working all things for my good, regardless of how bad the picture looks. Romans 8:28 is a promise that God is working everything for your good. And as born again believers, we have to believe that. If we've been changed and renewed by Jesus Christ himself, there is a confidence we should carry, even if we're in the toughest trials of our lives, there needs to be a confidence. Stress cannot overtake us. Worry cannot overtake us. Doubt cannot overtake us because we have a God that has overcome all of this. So knowing that God is working everything out for your good, the stress that you might be feeling right now, that I'm feeling as we speak, I know God's working it out for my good. There's always a lesson we can learn in seasons of life. And in the stressful season of life, look for what God is trying to teach you. Let me know what verse God has really spoken to you in to help with your stress. Why are you stressing right now as well? Let me know what you guys want to hear next, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.